All right, CFW, let's look at this week's programming. We just finished the first day of the running clinic, and we're going to be starting off this week with some exciting kind of benchmarks for the classes too. So we got Monday with the strength work as usual, working on the back squat. The first part is meant to be more of like a warm up and working on positioning, getting that right weight on the bar. And then we're going into our part B section where we're working on strength and a little bit of stamina. So part A, 3 sets, 15-second plate squat hold with 12 back squats. After that, you're going to do a set every 3.5 minutes. And then in part B, we're going to be doing the same kind of idea, but just focusing on the back squat itself. So I'll even write in here so it's very clear, doing back squats. And how that works is we're doing 10 on the first set, then we're waiting 3.5 minutes, then 8 on the next set, then 6, and then 4. So a little bit less reps than last week. So we can go a little bit heavier and we can kind of work with getting towards more of the strength side of working on our squats. So a little bit less reps, but that means, okay, we can challenge ourselves with a little bit more weight as long as technique's looking good, positioning's looking good. So that's Monday, and or that's the strength work, and then the workout, very simple, 10 minutes, an ascending rep scheme of pull-ups, push-ups, and squats. Your classic bodyweight movements here. Goal is to work on the bodyweight strength and stamina. We got 1 rep of everything, then 2, then 3, and so forth. Goal is to get about the round of 8 to 10, approximately around there would be really good to aim for today in terms of the amount of volume for each of the movements. That would be kind of looking at around that 30, like 30 and 50 rep range for each of them. If we can, getting up to 10 or more, but let's see if you can get to that round of 8 in today's workout in those 10 minutes. Then Tuesday, we got our CFW benchmark, new one we're going to add in here. I want everybody to be doing this. We did this on Sunday. For this one, we're doing a 3K run for time, 30-minute cap, very straightforward. Strategy for this one, everyone's a little bit different with where they're at with their running skill and how comfortable they are. The time cap is fairly generous. It's a big one. Lots of time there to finish the workout. But again, if you don't finish, it's all good. There are some strategies today that I would recommend based on kind of where you're at with running and how comfortable you feel. Beginners, like if you're not really sure and you're still kind of like working on getting positioning down and just building more confidence with the movement, go with a 20-second on, 10-second off approach, kind of like a Tabata. That way you're not going to be burning out. So like if your cardio is going to hold you back, this way you can kind of manage it a little bit better and be more consistent with it. For the novice runners, those people that like have some experience with it, but still again, kind of like not very confident if they can run it all in one shot, go for 1 to 2 minutes of a run and then 30 to 60 seconds of a walk. And when you're doing that like structurally that way, it'll help you get into a better rhythm as opposed to just like running all the way through and then just waiting until you're tired to stop. And then, as prescribed, like today, if we can, we're going to run at a steady pace, do the 3K, holding a consistent pace. That's an ideal case scenario, okay? It's not meant to be fast. It's meant to be done at the pace that you can keep consistent across the full 3K. We're not going out fast and then going slow or going slow and then going fast. Like we're trying to maintain the best or the highest possible speed that we can do consistently across the 3K. So monitor that as you go throughout today. And with that said, I want to actually show you guys the run map here so that we're all clear. I'm going to actually see if I can share this tab. Perfect. I think you guys can see my screen. Hopefully this works. But yeah, this is a little Google Maps of where we are. So CFW Health and Fitness, right in the center of our screen there. That shed kind of area here facing towards the river. So the run is going to look like this. We're going to follow that same track that we go down towards the 400-meter mark. So we're going to run down, kind of hugging the side of the grass here. And then we're going to come to the entrance of the Heath Valley Trail. Heath Valley, Health Valley. I don't know. I've heard both. But anyways, from here, we're going to follow that trail all the way down. So we're going like right by that river, the Conestoga River, following it down. By the way, it's an awesome run down here. The trail is awesome. So it's nice and quiet. Really nice. They kept it really well. So it's really comfortable for running. So you're going to follow that trail all the way down. We're going down. We're going all the way. Okay. Following that trail. Again, it's going to be close to the river. You should be able to see it on your left-hand side when you're running. We're going down, running. Keep going, keep going. And then you're going to come to a point where you're getting really close to the river. So you'll be able to see it to your left even closer. And once we come here, you'll see the trail kind of splits into two. You're going to just hug the left. So don't go towards the right side. You're going to hug the left. And then there's going to be a bridge, the highway bridge, okay? I want you guys to cross, like the bridge is going to be above you. You're going to go just past it. Once you're on the other side of the bridge, right when you pass the bridge, then turn around and run back, okay? Then you're going to come back all the way, just follow the trail. Again, close to the river, coming back. Running back, fall into the parking lot, running back, and then once you get back in, that's time. So start workout, or the time starts right when you leave. So like you're gonna start inside the gym, and then when you leave, come back inside the gym, and that's time for you. Okay, so that's how we're gonna track that 3K. That's gonna be our staple for the 3K run going forward. So I'm gonna see if I can switch it back. Share this tab instead. Perfect. So keep that in mind. That's so this is a cool benchmark. We get to use this going forward. This is going to help us track our cardiovascular, like our engine or capacity, and also like technique. There's a lot of technique involved with running. So if we can get our technique nice and smooth, it's going to feel nice and easy. So use one of the strategies today based on kind of where you're at and where you feel the most comfortable, and then let's get after it. Set yourself a benchmark so that we can retest this again in the future. Again, you'll probably see this again coming up soon, hint hint, and then we'll use this year round. We'll use this as a benchmark for CFW. Okay, so that's Tuesday. Wednesday's workout, we got our clean technique work, a little bit different. EMOM 5 of 3 tall cleans, and then we're going to follow that up with an EMOM 10 of 2 high hang squat cleans. So just 2 movements today. We're going to be working on the pull underneath the bar, getting comfortable with that and that transition. So building really good technique and positioning. For those of you newer, just keep it light. Focus on like getting consistent with your technique. Once that's feeling really good, then we want to add some weight and challenge that. So as long as you can keep the positioning, keep the technique, obviously there's going to be a little bit of room for you to really focus on and get the positioning down. But if it's feeling easy, definitely challenge yourself with that weight and the speed. Then our workout is going to carry over from that skill. We got 6 rounds for time, 6 deadlifts, 6 hang power cleans, 6 front squats. Prescribed weight is 135/95. But I do say in my notes, I want it to feel like if you were to do a whole round with your hands on the bar without letting go, and you should be able to do that, it should feel like a 7.5 out of 10. That means like it's hard, but it's not like you just barely made it. Once you finish those last set of front squats, you're like, okay, that was tough to do. So that's kind of how it should feel, or the weight that you choose today, that's how it should feel when you do that workout today. This workout, like we're moving fairly quickly, less than 2-minute rounds to be able to get this done in the 10 minutes. Goal is to work on strength and skill in this. Even if you get 5 rounds done in those 10 minutes, that's still a pretty good chunk of volume for all those movements today. And you'll get a lot of time under using the bar and getting technique work there, or working with the barbell with barbell cycling. So that's Wednesday's workout. And then our Thursday is going to keep it pretty easy. 36 minutes at a 65% pace, med fall Russian twist, 3 minutes of biker row, 1 minute of inchworms, 3 minutes biker row, 1 minute of elevated heel squats. So we're going to put our heels up onto a plate. It's going to feel a little bit easier. You're going to sit more upright. This is going to kind of force you guys to get into a better upright position. And some of you guys are going to find this like even easier than regular squats because you don't have to fight that ankle mobility as much. It's going to help you guys stay upright. So this is a good way to just kind of deload a little bit on the spine. And then 3-minute biker row to follow up. So 36 minutes of this, just easy pace, have fun with it, get your heart rate up, get sweaty, keep it simple and easy for you. Friday, we're going to go back to our gymnastic strength, 3 minutes or every 3 minutes alternating. So first 3-minute section is going to be 1 to 5 unbroken strict pull-ups. And then the next 3-minute section is going to be 1 to 5 strict handstand push-ups. So we're going to go back to back for those 18 minutes, working on the upper body strength. And we're going to progress off of what we did last week and or pick a progression that is challenging that we can build off of. And then our workout, 5 rounds. For reps, 1 minute on, 1 minute off, burpee, box jump, overs, trying to get as many reps done as possible in that minute. And then we're going into a full minute rest after that. So we want to be moving at that 80-90% effort, testing our capacity today, seeing where we're at with mainly kind of our cardiovascular capacity, how well we can kind of maintain that. So when you do that first interval, you want to be around that 7 or 8 out of 10, where it's like, okay, that was challenging, but I can keep this up. Remember, we don't want to go full out and then crash and burn and not be able to sustain the last 4 rounds. Ideally, if I were to look at your reps, I should see that the reps stay the same across the board from each round. That's the ideal goal, and that each round felt like a 7 or 8 out of 10. So that's what we're aiming for, but also a cool little benchmark in itself, kind of to see where you're at with your burpee box jump overs, just testing one thing at a time. Then our Saturday workout, a little bit of a build off of the last time we did something like this. We got an AMRAP 30, 9 deadlifts, and then 400-meter row. Rest 90 seconds, then we go 18 squats, 400-meter row. So we're just adding a little more volume, a little bit more rest, but also volume onto each of these movements, building that endurance and stamina in the posterior chain. And then idea is to keep each round this time similar to each other. So how long it takes you to do these 9 deadlifts, 400-meter row, try to keep that the same on the next round. And the same thing comparing the squats to the run. So that's Saturday. And then Sunday, a little bit different with our mobility and skill. Love doing this work because it really exposes some cool little areas for you to work on, and it's going to help body awareness. If you have better body awareness, we're going to move just a ton better. So we got 3 sets, 10 big toe, little toe lifts on each side, so each foot, 5 ankle circles per side, 5 knee circles, and then 5 hip circles. So goal of this is to create control. Okay, so mobility is not just range of motion, it's control in that range of motion. When you have control in that range of motion, then you really own that position. But it's not just like, oh, okay, I'm flexible, so I can kind of get there. That's not what mobility is. So, and when we have mobility, so meaning control in those positions, this is going to help us be like stronger, more resilient, less likelihood of injuries, and we can just move better and are more strong in those positions rather than just being loose in those positions. So this is a lead up into that. This is helping you guys gain that control in those areas. Then our conditioning, fairly straightforward, 30 minutes, 65% easy pace, 3 rounds, row for 2 minutes, biker 2 minutes, skier 2 minutes, 2-minute bike, and then 2 minutes of skipping. Just easy pace, get the heart rate up, and keeping it nice and simple and fun for Sunday, so that you guys can end off the week nice and solidly going into the next week. So hope you guys have fun with that one, and stay tuned going into that next week for the next set of workouts. Have a good one, guys.